Hey Obed, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Would you be available to answer quick 18 questions?
Yeah.
Great. So what's your role at Aquaterra and how long have you been here?
So I'm an engineering co-op student at Aquaterra, and I've been here for about 7 weeks actually.
So what does your role entail?
My role entails a lot actually, from reviewing drawings, developing project documents, performing design calculations, to meetings with contractors and consultants, site inspections and site visits to coordinate projects. I basically assist every project either through some form of calculation or documentation development, and through site visits with contractors.
So what's your favorite meal? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Favorite meal has to be dinner. Yeah, I'm always looking forward to dinner because I just have the opportunity to relax and just have a little me time.
So what's your favorite task at Aquaterra?
I actually enjoy almost everything I do here in Aquaterra, but I think my favorite has to be site visits and project meetings because that's where I actually get to see every single thing I've been learning so far in university being put into perspective in terms of actually being applied in the real world. So I really enjoy that. When you see people speaking a language you actually understand, and yeah, it's amazing.
So as part of the engineering team, what are your goals?
The paramount goal of the engineering team is to ensure developmental projects are being put in place to ensure the effective delivery of services to our customers. But personally, my goals as part of the engineering team has to be learning from these exceptionally skilled and experienced engineers we have here at Aquaterra.
So are you a morning person or a night person?
Huge night person. I really don't do well in the mornings. I'm always tired, regardless of how long I sleep. I'm always tired by like 11 a.m. and yeah, I do better at night.
So what is your favorite thing about Aquaterra as a company so far?
It's very easy. It has to be the people. Everyone's so nice, welcoming. I'm 7 weeks in and I still feel that hospitality out here. So I think it's the people are amazing out here.
So what would be the title of your autobiography?
This is hard, but I came up with something. It would just be Obed, the complete success. Like that.
I love it. It's a little foreshadowing. I love it. So is there anything surprising or interesting you've learned at Aquaterra?
I think the biggest thing I've learned so far is that there's a whole world of knowledge and information behind our sewage systems and our water delivery systems, because I hadn't really given it much thought. Like, I just thought we got water from the sea, but then working at Aquaterra, I actually learned a lot, like how it's processed and how our wastewater and everything is processed, recycling and all of that. So that's the one thing I find surprising and actually highly interesting.
So if you could eliminate one thing from your daily routine, what would it be and why?
This is hard, but I think it would have to be my after work nap, because usually I take like a 30-minute to 1 hour nap when I go home after work, but I feel like it makes me lazy afterwards. So I feel like if I could get rid of that, then I would actually be more productive when I go home and have fun.
So what sites have you worked at so far at Aquaterra?
So I'm based at the head office, but I've worked at the head office in the Wembley Pump House because we were working on a project at the Wembley Pump House. But I've also taken trips and site visits to Sexsmith, Claremont, the treatment plants, the landfill, and our other locations, Dimsdale, and Zone 2 and Zone 3.
So if you could be guaranteed one thing in life besides money, what would it be?
I'd say long life, happy long life, because I feel like we should all have the opportunity to actually live a life long enough to actually be happy and comfortable. And that's all we want in life, right?
So if you had to teach a class on one thing, what would you teach?
So I have two parts to this response, and I'd say philosophically, one thing I would teach is to believe in yourself, set goals, and go after them. Regardless of how huge your goals are, you can always achieve them with sheer determination and with hard work. Academically, I'd say a crash course in some basic calculus or dynamics, because I enjoyed these two courses and I think they're applicable in almost every aspect of our lives.
So what is something important that you think that you bring to Aquaterra?
So honestly, I consider myself as a utility tool. I think I bring that versatility to the engineering group and Aquaterra at large because we were part of Aquaterra. And one of the reasons I actually decided to pursue mechanical engineering was because I wanted to be an all-round individual, an all-round engineer, not just specialize in one field, so I could actually help out in like all other aspects of engineering. So I think that's a very important skill to have, and I'm here with that.
So describe the best teacher or mentor you've had so far.
The best teacher I've had so far has to be my physics teacher from high school, Mr. Paquin. He was my mentor, he was my TA, he was almost everything. And he was always willing to help me with any challenge I had, and he was always pushing me to challenge myself. And one thing that actually helped me a lot was that he actually believed in me like a lot. And that alone just pushed me to work harder and harder and just get better each day at everything I did.
Awesome. So shout out to all the teachers and mentors out there, eh? So if you could switch lives with anyone for a day, who would it be?
So I think my response to this is kind of non-conventional, but I'd say Lionel Messi. I don't know if many of you know who that is, but he's a soccer player. He's arguably the greatest soccer player on earth. And I actually like soccer. I'm a huge soccer fan, and I'm a huge Lionel Messi fan. And the fact that he's considered the greatest soccer player on earth, and he's like the most humble guy on the planet as well. Like, I just want to know how he lives, knowing he's literally one of the best at what he does, and he just walks around like he's a normal guy. So I just want that perspective on life, why he feels that way, and how he lives, knowing that in the back of his head.
Okay, so our 18th and final question, what is your cell phone paper?
So my cell phone wallpaper is a quote that says, I still remember the days I prayed for the things I have now. And it's because sometimes we take what we have now for granted, and not realizing at one point in the past, it was all we wanted, it was all we asked for. So yeah, it just keeps me going.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Obed, for doing the 18 questions with us. You have a great day.
Thank you so much, Brittany.